Good morning, everybody. Um, Hope things are going well. Um, yeah, quiet start to the day. I will confess that I don't have a strong idea what we're going to do here today, but we're going to make a hover vehicle, a speeder of some kind, and we're going to kind of just play until we find a happy accident that inspires us, and then we're going to take it from there, which is sometimes not a bad way to go about. We're just going to call it sketching. It's 3D sketching. Um, Yep. And everyone can hear me. I think we're good. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get started. Um, I think the first idea to try something is just we're gonna I don't know. Um, I'm really torn. Let's do let's do a car. Ah, it's like it's calling to me. So we're gonna use the shrink wrap around a car just to try to get a basic form to see what we want to do. And I'm torn between the Mercedes here, the 1936 Mercedes, or a Volkswagen Beetle from the 1950s, both of which could make a neat car. We've done a lot more long and sleek things, so let's try the Volkswagen Beetle. I think it might be interesting. Um, there's no real reason not to. Let's make sure it's editable. Yes, it is. Good. Okay, and we're just going to delete the rig because we don't care about that. We're going to delete the wheels because we just want the frame. And I think we're going to come in here and edit. Yes, we are. 3. And we're going to select that, this, this, and this. Control L, and then we're going to delete that, and then delete that. I just don't want to, I don't know. I think that using the shrink wrap methodology, you can get some weirdness with bumpers because it averages into them and we don't need to bother with it. So let's just get rid of them. Just a base simple form, which I like. I think that's cool. Yeah, all right. Let's bring back our cube. Done this before. It's not a new technique or anything for even this channel, but I do think it's kind of cool. All right, and we're going to give it 2 levels of subdivide, and it can even be just simple. It doesn't need to be Camel Clark. And what we're going to delete that. I don't know what that is, but go away. Okay, there's our car. Right, there's a cube. So add modifier, shrink wrap, and we'll target it to the Volkswagen Beetle. Now we're going to turn off the Volkswagen Beetle. And that's a car. Right? So that's kind of an interesting way to get a base shape. We can try using that, and we might as well just use it. Let's try it and see. If we don't like it, we'll go to something else. And I'm just going to get rid of the Volkswagen entirely, just so we're not even worrying about it. Now, if we first thing we're going to do, probably, I'm going to mirror this thing this way and apply that. Gets rid of the, mostly was to get rid of the rear view mirror on the side view mirror. So we get look at this, and I am not a huge fan of this geometry though. So we can change that too by just retopoing, or yeah. So quad remesh it. And I'm gonna set our quad count to, we don't want more than, I think 250 should be fine. It's probably gonna be more than enough. And what do we got? Looks much better. Yep, I think I want to GG, bring that down. I'm just gonna tweak on this side for a minute. Anything else I wanna play with? GG, bring that down. Just bring those things more in line. Then Alt X and mirror again. And there we go. And so this is our original one. I'm just going to delete it as well, because otherwise it's going to get in my way later. And we don't care. Okay, so there's a base form for a vehicle we could use, but I don't really want it to be the same. What do we want to do to it now? We could squish it even more, just emphasize that form. I like that actually. Yeah, let's do that. Creation scale. Like we're under no obligation to make this anything that anyone could ever tell used to be a Volkswagen. And I'm just going to remove the sharps from all of it too. Just to start with. So I'm going to bring a person out. Human generator. There we go. There's my dude. Generate a new human. Finish the creation phase. Yeah, I kind of found myself without a strong idea until like 2 minutes before I was going to start. Then I was like, oh, I had a cool idea for a building, but I was already thinking about making a vehicle. So I'll save the building for later. And it wasn't like it was a fully formed idea. So this is a small vehicle, right? Like this is 1-2 person tops for somebody this size. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. What if we went open top on it? So we've so far, like we could just make it a car basically. It's just like, it's a flying Jetson vehicle. Okay, but let's do something different. Let's see, how does our look? That's not too bad. And we're set to mirror. Cool. 7. So if we select, or are we set to mirror? Let's apply it. Now we're set to mirror, and now we'll see it properly. So I can see the edges. There we go. So what if we took like here to here to here to here to here? Center section there. SZ0 GZ. I am just deliberately, just brutally messing with this thing to see what we get out of it. And you know what? I kind of like it. The only thing I don't want, well, no, actually, let's do it. Have some courage. Let's take this now to here and bevel that back in line. To give us some form like that. It's a bumper car. There we go. I just want it entirely on. That makes our life easier. Now we can edit either side, right? Yeah. It really is. It's a bumper car. And that's cool. I think we can do some neat things with a bumper car. Let's take 3. These faces here. And E. You don't have to get rid of that center line. That's just, I keep doing this in applying and unapplying, but let's apply. Cool. E. Bring that down. And then E. Bring that forward. Give us some place to sit. Although we may actually have to make seats this time. Cool. I'm liking this. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's fun. Now, how do we get into this sucker? Do we want it to actually have a door? Do we want to model the door or not bother with it too? That's their next question. Can we just, let's see, 2. Select this edge loop, Yeah, I don't want it all the way. I want this one to here. Where am I? To here, to here, to here. Cool. And this one here, not there, there, to there. I don't want to go to the bottom. Here to here. So that's going to be our door panel, I think. Control bevel it. Just a bit. Let's see, 0.0125. Cool. Alt E, some faces along normals. Bring it in. Okay, so now we have something that looks like a door, and we're going to mirror it again. Just sort of thinking, and I don't know, it might turn out to be ass. But that's all right. I'm kind of hesitant to just use random flow and nothing else on this. Like you could just make particularly a background sci-fi vehicle really easily by just random flowing everything. But maybe we'll do something a little more precise this time. Let's open up a new Blender. And I'm going to go in another window and see if I can find. I have some car parts. I don't remember if they're FBX or OBJ or whatever. And since Blender won't let you import in my ugly hard drive, 3D assets. Is it vehicles? There's just so much crap in here. Vehicles, cars, or is it car parts? Tuning kit? It might just be engines, but let's look and see. We'll check. It's thinking. Lord, is it thinking? Okay, open. Tuning kit. Let's see what we got. No, we got seats. Cool. Yay. Because I don't feel like modeling a seat. Of the three, I like this one. I think that's a cool looking seat. So let's grab it. Bring it back over to our car. V Alt G. And sport seat. GZ. Bring it up. 7. And over. Is there room for 2? Could we fit even 2 people in this vehicle according to what it says the scale is? Let's see. No, it is currently too narrow for 2 people. Let's make it a little bit bigger. So there. Now it's big enough for 2 people, right? Yeah. And get rid of this one. This one here. And we'll mirror it there. At least there's some, now they're even to it. So now we have 2 seats that are roughly the right size, because I haven't changed them. And a person. And let's save. We haven't saved yet. Control S is your friend. 230720-1. Let's see. 2 live stream. I like to keep track. 2-seater speeder. It just sounds cool to say. 2-seater speeder. All right. And quite obviously, I have no reference. I'm just really doinking here. So please forgive me if you can. Let's go back and edit again. And I think, so yeah, this is our side. Control R. And I want it turned on, right? Yeah, right. Because what the heck? Why are we getting so many? Let's solo it. Control R. It's a weird edge loop. Okay. I see. It must really be going around. I don't even want to know. All right. Cool. Let's say 3 and E and bring this up a bit. I'm actually going to take this seat and move it out just a titch. Yeah, we're still inside, but now we have a cup holder section here right in the middle. That's kind of what I was trying to do. I know, dorky. Bring that down so we can have some of that there too. Think that works. Yeah. And we kind of have this section here. Let's see. If we wanted to control R, add an edge loop here, like that. And how we want to do it, I kinda want to give it a bit of a trunk. Can we just do, no. Apply this again, edit F. Can we literally just do this? I mean, we could. Here, here, and F, and then here, and here, F. And it's not great geo, but there it is. Yeah, so that would be like the seating component of our vehicle. And then, let's see, GY. Yeah, it's not actually, no, it's connected. That's cool. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right so far. Just kind of giving it a look. Let's see. Just gonna double check. Well, it does say I'm streaming. I don't know if anyone's watching or not. If you're watching, say hello. Just let me know. But we're here and we're working. Okay. It's just quiet. Now I want to take, let's see, we don't have a modifier anymore. Good. Because I want to take this half here. I'm going to inset it just a bit. And E. Bring it up. I need to give him some kind of a control. Whether it's the steering wheel or something. We could do this again. Control R. Grab that. And we're just going to grab, actually, Control R. Take it to there. Sure. And 3. E. S. Y. 0. Cool. Yep, that works. And then E out. And that's our control section for this car. We'll probably give it a stick or a steering wheel or something, but just have board and blocking. Hi, Micah. Good to see you are here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what we're making today, but it looks like we're making a city car. It's like, I mean, it started as a Volkswagen Beetle, but I think it's the Ford Fiat. Yeah, all right with it so far though. Just kind of giving it a look. Let's see if we sharpen. So do we feel about it curved? That's it a little bit smoother. Don't like where it chose to put some of those edge loops. I think we're gonna need to fix that. Why did it put it here? I don't know. Makes no sense. But let's put it here. And here. Is that better? Maybe a little. What's this? Why did it put these here? It's on angle. I know why it did it, but it just doesn't I don't care if it thinks it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm glad you made it. It's nice to have some company. Like I said, I was really kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing today when I started, but I figure we'll just sketch something out. I like that. Let's go look at that car kit again, see if there's anything we want to pull from it. This is just like I think it was like $5, but I bought it like 6 years ago. It's like a tuning kit, they called it. Here's a frame. That's kind of a neat frame. I just want to see what would happen if we put it in here. Does it give us sort of something we like? I mean, I don't hate it. Actually, it's kind of cool. We'll have to attach it back here or do something to it, but that kind of works. Let's see. Back a bit, down just a bit, so it lines up better with what we're, and maybe just scale it a bit. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yep. Yes, I shrink wrapped a 1950 Volkswagen Bug and then smoothed it and stretched it and tweaked it a little bit. So it wasn't, nothing complicated, at least as of yet. But let's see. GZ, up, down, down a little bit more, I think. Yeah. So we're coming in. Cool. And we're going to need to bring up our trunk section. Let's do that. We can. 7. 3 to here. GZ. Or yeah, GZ. Do we want to just do it that way? I don't hate that. Turn on proportional editing. Just to bring other stuff up a bit. Okay. All right. Let's turn off proportional editing. SZ0, flatten that down. And let's see, E, bring it up to there. And we're going to select this loop here and places along normals. I didn't want the top still. Why did I get the top? There we go. Places along normals. Cool. I'm not sure I like it going in though. I don't need to get them all these. I don't want to get all those faces. Let's just get these faces. There we go. Something like that. And then we can even and SX, scale it in until it kind of matches to that. Just screwing around. Yeah, all right. It no longer looks anything like a Volkswagen Bug, which is cool because I wouldn't want it to. And yeah, it's definitely a two-seater car. It's got that kind of settlement vibe that I've been trying for, which I really like. That industrial, but not like super grunge industrial, if that makes sense. Do I have mirroring turned on? I don't think I do. I should probably just turn mirroring back on, but first let's do that. Just creating an edge loop for it to function around. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And do I want that section here? Yes, no. And we'll try it. Alt-E, extend along normals. Bring it up just a bit. increase that connection. Yep. Give it what feels like a framework to attach to. Right. And I just want to see, does it look okay if we subdivide it? It does not look bad if we subdivide it. I'm not sure about those edge loops again, at least some of them. I'm gonna get rid of, or it's not edge loops, sharps. Get rid of these sharps. I liked that sharp. I definitely liked the top sharps. I don't think this needs to be sharp at all. And this is feeling weird to me, sharp as well. And let's see if we get rid of that too. And that definitely doesn't need to be sharped. Probably doesn't need to be there, but if we have a little bit of bad geo, I won't totally cry. That's better. Yeah, let's get rid of sharps. Actually, I just want to 3 Alt Z. See, let's just select all those and QS mark it, and there we go. No sharps. That's better. And maybe even, yeah, those. QS mark. Oh, much better. There we go. Okay. Getting a little sort of a rounder car. I haven't done a lot of round stuff. That's kind of neat. That's an interesting divot there. That's what's giving us that curve, that edge there. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see what happens. I think maybe instead, let's go here to here. And let's turn off S mark on that and turn on sharps on that. Do we like that better? I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. Now let's mirror it. Let's just finally give in and do that. Right? Right. Yeah. And we've got that there. Do we want to keep continuing this loop around to here as sharp? Let's see. No, I don't hate it. I want to have a good mix of hard and soft if I can. And that's kind of what we're going for here. So we select this. Or wait, we're on sharp to here, but Q sharp. That to there. Q sharp. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's better. Save it. And maybe now we'll do a little bit of, no, I want to fix this. This is a weird. Let's turn off that. Okay, I think we want to sharp all this as well. There we go. Now we turn. Yeah, it's better. It just keeps it from having that weird thing going on. And I like that. R, we add an edge loop here. Control R, Add an edge loop here just to calm down that subdiv a bit. Yep. There we go. Tame the subdivision. And can we do the same here? What does that give us? Anything? What happens if we sharpen it? Not a lot actually, but I don't hate it, so we'll keep it. Yeah, that corner was weird. I think it's better now, right? This feels a lot more intentional to me. You know, this is what happens when you just kind of like slam geo together. But I think it's working all right. Maybe now let's take this section there and Shift Q panels. Let's try random panel, see what it does. That's way too much, but we might be all right in the right direction. I'm gonna take our max, bring it up to like that. That seems cool. We could increase our cuts. That also seems cool. Tools to like 2. That works for me. Okay. Now let's see if we sharpen this just to give us again some edging. That feels all right to me. That right there is a little sharp. It feels a little strange. Can we fix it? Of course we can fix it. Control bevel. That's better. It's a little bumpy, but I'm not sure we'll see that weird bump when it's textured. And if we will, we'll just leave it as a dent. But that feels kind of cool. It's got that car vibe thing going on to it. Let's see, come back over here again. Let's see what else we can find. Are there any bumpers we want? Spoilers. Spoiler. No. We do not need a spoiler. Is that? What is that? Oh, it's a filter. Okay, so these are like engine parts. No. I don't think we need a bumper. I wouldn't mind some headlights, but I don't think we have any kind of pre-built headlight thing in here that I see. Let's go look. File, open, don't save. Let's see. Now, geez, so much stuff. Props. No. Kit bash. I'm looking for something. Props. Is that where I put it? No. There's a car kit that's been discontinued. Where are we? Vehicle supercars. And let's see if there's anything cool in here. I mean, there's lots of cool things in here, but I don't know if it's going to match what our aesthetic that we're looking for. There's lots of cool things in here. I don't do a lot of cars, right? So like I haven't really needed like any. Kind of like the steering wheel. Maybe we'll just give our thing a steering wheel. It doesn't have any steering right now. Oh, I got mirrored too. All right, we got to fix that. GZ. That's cool. Down. So this thing, come on. 3 plus plus, there we go, P section tab. Now we're going to remove mirroring from that. Yes. And solo it. So we can fill this thing back up. There we go. It could be self-driving, yeah, but I like having like something to sort of add interest. With all of these things, it's way more about interest than it is what could it do. Like, yeah, it could do almost anything, right? We're in sci-fi worlds. Like the very concept of a steering wheel is kind of silly, probably, but we need something that looks cool, or if not cool, then at least gives us something to look at, and I think that does that. Cool. And now we come back in here again, and let's turn that on. I did like, in some senses, this thing. I just didn't want it to have it on both sides. I'm gonna Shift D, P selection, come over here. Now I can turn off, well, actually, I'm going to apply the mirroring. So I can, delete this. And then over here, I think I am going to kill subdivision on it. Doing something, I swear. It's not just stupid. Well, it might be stupid, but let's see. E. There we go. And 2. Why is it sharp? I don't want any of it sharp. Go away. Control bevel. Bevel it down. Why didn't I grab the whole thing? Fine. Bevel it. There we go. And GY. I'm just going to push it in. Okay. Just so my car can stay mirrored, but my internals are not. That's literally the only reason for that. Okay. Save some more. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing fine on time. We are on mirrored. Yes, we are. Let's do a door handle. It's going to be on this side, we would expect, right? Yes. Q. Where am I? No, it's not Q. W. Grid modeler. I can contemplate what I'm doing, right? Okay, and create that. And we'll make it a little oversized panel just so we can see it from space, so to speak. And I'm going to turn that off. And we will just mark those. Turn back. No. And we don't want to do that yet. We want to 3. Come on. We're going to remove this edge. Edge. Now 3. Let's see if we do this. What will that do for us when we turn back on subdivision? Nothing. All right. Inset, and inset again, and then E. I mean, it could just be round, but I don't want it to be round. I want, yeah, okay. I don't want this to be subdivided. Maybe I'll just apply the subdivision now, and then I can mess with it. That might be the easiest thing. I'm sure there's a better way, but I don't do a lot of subdiv modeling. Okay, fine. There we go. and in, and then here, inset, and bring it out. Just to give us a handle. Hey, Milan. Good to see ya. Just grabbing parts. Not that and that. And we are going to, again, mark it sharp. Cool. We have a door handle of some kind. In a world where door handles. No. All right. Save again. We don't have any propulsion yet. So maybe we should start thinking about how we want to show that. We could do it the Star Wars way, which is basically not to show it at all. I like the Star Wars way sometimes. That is a big, ugly subdivided panel. Which, I mean, as expected. B. Can we select it? Yeah, we can. Now let's see if we can clean it up a little bit. In, add 3 faces, not edges. Add, turn off. There we go. I got that selected. So we could just use that. And then maybe, let's see, just grab that, grab all that. And E and up. And we got that silly little center line because of, you know, the mirror turned on, but that's fine. We're still in our car. Good, good, good. All right. Let's use that. And let's say that that is now time for, I wonder if we can use, we've got enough plate insets. We have enough subdivisions. We might be able to get something cool without having to make more. Yeah, that feels kind of car-like, right? I don't do screencasts because it kind of puts me in the wrong mood. This is not a tutorial, and as I've said to other people before too, I use enough plugins and they all have their own hotkeys, and I don't want to explain when one's a base blender and one's a not. So think of it like watching somebody in Photoshop painting more than like a how-to. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, though, feel free to ask. I'm happy to explain anything. I also they just annoy me in the corner. Like my eye sees them and I keep going, yeah, there's something there. So it's a conscious decision not to have it on. All right, cool. And we're gonna go back and do more random flow with tubes. Whew, that's ugly. That's different seed. Whew. That's too much. Okay, we're gonna have to come back through. Some of those faces are too small. Let's solo it, edit it, and I think it's the ones down the middle. It's upside down. Alt Z, yeah. So let's just turn those off because I don't really need them. We're just playing anyway. It's all greebly bullshit. We'll bring back some of the bigger ones. Okay. Try. Oh wait, no. Don't want to do that. Let's see if this gave us what we wanted, or if we still have too much. Shift hide. Now we can see. Nothing terribly small here. That looks all right. Let's try that. Okay. Out of edit mode. Random tubes again. Oh, that's better. Yes. 25. Yes. Max offset of like something tiny. Maybe even tinier. and longest path, just to give us some tubes. It's like the internet is made up of a series of tubes. And we'll bring the size in just a little bit. Yeah, cool. I think that might give us room to have a few more. Maybe even a few more. There we go. We're not probably going to even see these underparts, but I just like having them there sometimes. Come back out. Cool. Yeah, it feels like, oh, bullshit sci-fi engines. All right, so the other one. Yeah, I don't pre-record, although it's saved up later, so you can watch it if you want to. But no, you get to watch me fumble and mess up stuff and be like, ah, it doesn't work. Because that's kind of the point to this, really. Like I said, why it's not a tutorial. Like this is what happens when somebody actually tries to make this stuff. um, and sometimes I screw it up, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that either. I want to do one more random flow again and a loop extrude this time. And we'll only one layer. Normally I do 3 and just kind of go nuts, but let's just do 1 layer. Cut it up a bit. I just want to see what that gave us. What do we get? That's cool. I like that. I think that's going to be a good section. Let's look at materials because we haven't looked at those yet. And there are none right now. So we need to decide, are we going to go car or are we going to go sci-fi? I mean, car painting is, there are lots of cool car paint colors out there. And it'll ground it more, which is not a bad thing. Or we can go like sci-fi panels, unpainted kind of look. Let's start with that because that would be in some senses easier given the materials we've been using. And also I think that might tie better to the world we've built thus far. And let's select everything. Well, not our dude. A, tab, A, shift hide, unhide everything. Alt hide, yeah. U, cube projection. Just giving everything a dumb cube projection so we can see materials. And this is what I'm talking about. Like this is just a straight up beat up metal texture. And it kind of works and kind of doesn't. If we panel it, no, I think I like the straight up metal more. Let's go with just this yellow painted. So it's like just an ugly painted yellow. Or I'm just looking at things to see what we have pre-made. And let's, I'm gonna give this, I think I'm gonna join it actually, just so we have the same colors, because it's gonna be part of it anyway. I mean, that's just ridiculously distressed, but I don't hate the idea of it. Just to try a couple of the things. Let's go to like dirty. I have materials all over everywhere, and add material. That's kind of cool. I think that's a little like more low key. It's the same basic concept, but I think that might work better for us. I'm not sure about the blue, but I think that is better. Let's do that. This thing here, this I might like this yellow, like ugly roll bar. We need to think about if those are a different color, and I think they should be. But I like that for the metal. Just again, just this weird ugly metal. Interiors. Fabrics. Let's see if we can find something over here in these real-time materials that we think would look neat. Hex. These sci-fi hexes could be kind of cool. I don't think I'm gonna want the colors to be there, but sci-fi material, yes, and add that. Let's see what it gives us as an option. Oh, yeah, we need to UV it first. AU cube projection. And tile color is going to be blue, right? Sure. Scale is going to be much higher. Like that. I don't like the blue. There we go. That's kind of cool. That's working more for me. So let's even make our scale a bit bigger. Let's just go to 50. And border width 0.01. Yeah, it makes it smaller. And bump strength down a bit. Oh, yeah, no. Somewhere in there. Roughness, make it a bit rougher. Okay, cool. And then this sucker here. Let's see. Paint. Anything interesting here? I think I'm actually just going to go again to Kit Bash and go to the plastic paints and grab a like matte, at least to start with. Yeah, that's working for me. We'll make that same matte. Okay, and this material here, let's set this to our hex. Again, tie it together. Cool. Okay, save again. Now, does this thing have, yes, it's still mirrored. Okay, tab, select that, increase it, and let's go to metals and just grab it, give it a dark anodized to right now. No, not the whole thing. Oh, just that. Add a new material, dark anodized. There we go. The door. We still don't have headlights. Or a bumper, really. We do have these and this. So this is, I was thinking I might make emissive. Like that's our glowy engine bits. And this could certainly be like a dark metal. It doesn't need to be painted. In fact, it would look kind of weird painted. And that's going to give us some ground effects. Like it looks stupid if you look at it from underneath, but I think kind of like this on the side, it just gives a little bit of like, oh, there's some light there. And underneath we'll see some stuff, right? That's the idea. Let's see, can we select L? No. L. No, it's the whole thing, damn it. Okay. It's like, do I want to bother making that a different color? Yeah, I don't think I do. I'm feeling the lazies right now. Let's come back and look at it here. Okay. Let's select those. And we could just go in straight like that. Oh, I got other things selected. I don't want other things selected too. And like that. Now we have headlights, or we will. Let's go in a bit more. And then select how we want to do it. How are you going to do it? That, inset, like that. Up. This, inset, and up. And then to Control R. Can I add a loop there? I mean, I can. Q circle. It's not gonna let me go that big though. Let's see. Let's just undo this. I'm gonna make some bad geometry. Every once in a while, some bad geometry is fun. X. Dissolve the edges. 3. Face. Poke to face. 1 minus Q circle. Hard ops. 3 E. Maybe not quite that much. That's a bit of an extrusion. 0.025. Yes, there we go, just like that. Okay, so we take that and we increase it, and we're going to assign it to just pure white. Add material. Don't do it, bad geometry. I'm a concept artist. I have no fear. Bad geometry. N-gons are my life. And yellow. Add material. And then I'm just going to try this. I don't know how it'll work, but let's see. Just kind of wanted to do something like this for a while. Plus, and I'll go with warm. Add material. So we got 3 color lights here, right? Let's see. Oh, I didn't add it. Assign. 3 color lights there. And it looks stupid right now. But if we take that and fill it, and I'm just going to separate that selection and give it a thickness. Solidify, not that much. Of solidify, how much we want it to be. It doesn't really matter, plus or minus, but 0.0125. No, it's too much. 0.005. There we go. Fine. Fine. And material, just gonna remove all active slots from that thing because I don't want to have any of those. And it's gonna be good. I hope. Special, where am I blind? Special mats. And rough glass. Increase the roughness. There we go. And I can change the emission strength on those too, but I kind of wanted to have like that multiple headlight look. Let's do that. Let's change the strengths. So warm is just going to be like 1, and yellow is just going to be like, again, I think 1. And then our white emissive is going to be like 10, so it's brighter. Maybe take this down to like 0.5. There we go. I'm all right with that. I think I'm okay with that. Let's solo this again. Edit it. 2. And bevel it, but not 3, just like a 1. Bevel, and then Q, sharpen it. Okay, sure. There we go. That works. And then let's see, we can even. Yeah, we totally can. Just gonna go back so I can see it straight. What happens if is this 3? Select, no, it selects a lot. We don't need that much selected. You and your weird edge loops. Here, 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 here. All right, cool. Alt-E along normals. Get out just a bit. Increase it. And then let's plus assign it metal sheeting. Did I still have metal sheeting? Sure. I don't know. Could be high beams. Could be whatever. And we're just assuming that turn lights in real life in our world are on the side, but there's just different lights. They're there to look interesting. It doesn't have to follow modern conventions if we don't want it to. How do I feel about that bumper? That's too bright a bumper. Even that's too bright a bumper. So the thought is I just wanted some lights in there, and that's as far as it went. Gotta be honest, that's the thought. Fine, we're just gonna go dirty paint again. And then we're gonna make a new one of it. Yep, and shading. Goodbye, Evie, I hate you. You're not my real dad. All right, bring that down. Okay, yeah, that's better. There's our dark bumper. And we'll just call it dark. And now now would be the time we could change it from being blue if we want to, but I'm kind of growing used to it being blue, so maybe we'll leave it that way. The back's looking kind of empty as well. Let's play with that now. That's a pretty narrow bumper, but I'm gonna live with it. I think this. That. Cool. And we'll even grab this just cause. Okay. Ooh, Last of Us Blu-ray? Nice. Is it out already? Oh, that's cool. I enjoyed that show. I try really, really, really. Let's explain really one more time. Really tried to work on that for season 2, and yeah, not gonna happen, I don't think. But man, I wanted to. That would have been so cool. I mean, who knows with all the strikes going on, when anyone will work on anything again anyway. But I did want to. That just seems too big. It's like a little too much, junk in the trunk. Let's just turn off that one. I'm gonna try it again. It's like a mustache. I must ask you a question. All right, let's just kind of cut. Okay. KC. There we go. That's better. And 1 GG. Bring that up. See if we can get our things lined up a little better so it looks not quite so silly. I like that better, but now I did lose all of that selection, but I do like it better. Oh, I totally support the strike, 100%. I have no, I mean, I think I've said before too, but yeah, I mean, I'm a little scared for like, you know, not having a job for a while, but one of my good friends was on Tron 3 that just is in the process of shutting down now this week. They kept going for like an extra week while they were doing some stuff. And he's kind of a little nervous because like he's got a kid coming on and just like, ew, yeah, it's not a good scene. Um, but and I feel for people because like we all have to pay our bills on top of everything else. I'm just trying to see if I can figure out a better way to make this bumper go look more the way I want it to. Man, I don't even know. Like the problem is it's sorry, respond to Milan. It's all just part of my process now. So like I have to stop and think about it, which takes me out of the designing process, which is again why I haven't been doing that. If you see something and you don't know it, just ask. It's fine, and I'll stop then. But it's like, what am I using right now? Yeah, I don't know. This is just I'm using my tool set. It has all become part of my hand. Like I don't think about it. I don't I just do it as naturally as possible, which is how I can sketch in 3D. Once you stop being like, I'm going to hit this button and then this button, and now I'm going to, then it makes it into a process where you almost have to have done it before because you can't jam. There's no, um, I don't know, there's no flow to that anymore. That's which is why most tutorials are pre-scripted. It's because it's really hard to. I hate that. I'm trying, but I hate that. Okay. Um, Yeah, exactly, Micah. It's like you got a job um now or later, and it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that as a bumper. I just don't like it. I think we might cheat it and kit bash something on top of that back ass because that ass looks bad. It's not a good ass. Let's see if there's something in the car part, or we're just gonna use um that could be interesting. Let's see. Might be a little too cool looking. And by cool, I mean interesting. He's got sunglasses. Yeah, that doesn't work in that back. um, see, this might though. That has more potential. The material. Am I using a material add-on right now? I don't think I was. I was just using. I've got some materials in KitOps. I've got so I do use real-time materials sometimes. This one. I've got a whole bunch of stuff just in my asset browser from things that I've just made and saved over the years, and that's tends to be mostly what I've been using. I try to, I don't know, use my own stuff as much as I can. Let's make that bigger. And how do we feel about this? Is it changing our, no, I think that's okay. I was like, is it changing our look too much? But no, I think that's all right. And it does give us a bit of interest. We're going to have to just fix this part a little bit so that it ties in better. K-Pack materials. I mean, again, a lot of those come from just straight up from Chip Walters. Some of them are ones I have made in Sade. Two. Where does that go? Can we get us GY? That's just garbage, but that could be fine. I think that could actually work pretty well. And then, actually, let's just see if we take the whole thing and scale it in. Is that going to be dumb? No, actually, that works really well. Okay. Gives us back more of that like chunky feeling that I was liking from before. I think that, there you go. That's a solution. Okay, I think. And we can take it and where's our material? That's that silly supercar material. We're going to go to dirty paint. No, not dirty worn orange. Dirty paint. CW dirty paint. Yes. Absolutely. Does kind of make it feel more like the front of the vehicle somewhat, but I think we can tweak that too. Let's see, 2 E G Y. Okay, yep. Let's see if we just join it. I want to have the same. Okay. There. Yes. Yes. Remember, if it doesn't work at first, just add more bits to it till it works, right? That's the key. I think it is pretty cool though. I'm just gonna grab. So close. Okay, you and your weird little psycho small loops, people. E G Y. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Where are you at? 113. Cool. Doing fine. Here, let's take these. And that's, what color is this supposed to be? That's the supercar 13. Thank you. Am I supposed to know that? Emit. Yellow. Sure. Yellow works for me. I mean, this is such a dorky little vehicle, right? Like it's not cool, but it's not supposed to be cool either. It's just some little, like, what's one of those dorky Eastern European cars you see, or like from, like, what is it? I don't know. It was made by some guy in his garage to fly from here to the next island over. That's kind of how I want it to be. Okay, this thing. I knew I was gonna mess with this eventually. Let's select L, 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 yes, plus assign. And we're just gonna go to, so since I'm thinking about it, these are shaders. I got these shaders from Blender Guppy. They're super good. They're like $5. I highly recommend them. there's the cloth, there's his grunge metal, which is absolutely fantastic. Um, they are good materials. That's just such a good cloth, though. Let's do the same one for L. Did I not get this? Yeah, there we go. L. Just selecting those components. L. Control L. Okay. And back. These are just the ties, but Control L. So we got all the ties. And I want it to be a different cloth, I think. It's going to be overkill, but assigned it. But just because I can, I'm going to. Let's come back in and just take it and make it darker. No, I didn't read. Make it new. And now we're going to darken it. Oh, come on. I selected it, didn't I? Where am I at? No, I didn't add a new one. I thought I was going to. Plus, assign. Or didn't I undid it by accident? Grunge cloth. Assign. Make it new. Make it darker. Yes, there we go. Finally. Q sharpen. No. That's just two panel. Oh, why is it select Q, clear that. There we go. That's better. That's way better. Okay. Okay. Layout. Yeah, I had this long conversation on Mastodon. I think Micah might have been a part of it, but I have such a complex relationship to kit bashing and using other people's stuff. Because on the one hand, it's really helpful. And like clearly I do it too. I've used it here. But there's so much just copying and reusing of things in our industry right now. And it just gets me annoyed. I find it really frustrating that all people do is take someone else's thing, reuse it, and be like, look at this thing I made with Megascans. I'm like, yeah, look at this thing that you literally did nothing except put it together on. And like I get, particularly when you're new and you're learning, it's really handy. I'm not gonna in any way argue that, but at the same time, it's like, can you please do something yourself? Um, and let's see, plugin sets. I'm just gonna try here. No, not like that at least. Let's see, what are we doing? We don't want subdivision on this thing. And let's solo it. And like, go make something. And materials, I'm particularly about that. Like, I feel like you really should, it's in your best interest to know how to make a good material. Now, or at least how to modify it to make it look what you want it to look like. Like make it, maybe not. Like I again use stuff all the time, but if you're just like, oh, what's the next cool thing? It's such a trap, and it's so easy to fall into. Like again, I don't want to be like you're because man, we've all done it. Like it's so easy. Just be like, oh, if I just had this cool thing that somebody else used, then I too would be cool. Um, it always reminds me of the every time I start having this conversation with myself, I have this conversation with myself a lot of the old Bill and Ted's Excellent or Bogus Journey or Excellent Adventure. I think Excellent Adventure, where they're like, we need Eddie Van Halen to be a truly triumphant band, but to be a we can't have Eddie Van Halen until we are a truly triumphant band. Um, that's cool. I like this. That just gives it a bit of variety. Um, yeah. Cool. Um, Save. Where are we at? We're doing okay. We spent a lot of time modeling, which is fun. Like I'm not actually doing a lot of scene building today. We've just kind of made a car. I wonder if we can put one of those. See, here I am going to kit bash. If we can put one of those big, medium, small characters into it, um, the Grand Bazaar ones, just because I think that would be funny. I don't know, funny, but it's more interesting to me to see somebody dressed like this in a car than perhaps. Um, Got these guys. They could be neat. He's probably. I mean, he's not really going to fit particularly well, but if we could just make it so, like from a scene, it looks like he fits, that'll be all. I'll be happy with that. Hi, I'm looking over here at something. I'm grabbing something in my, side view mirror. I could actually just rig the dude. Like there are some rigged guys, so I could pose him if I felt like it, if it was really important to me. But that's kind of neat, just him like looking over to the side, like, yeah, hey. I like that. Um, let's put something in his back, like in his trunk, just a little bit. What do we want to give him for the trunk? This is the kind of thing again where I'm like, I don't feel like making something necessarily just to put in the back here. It's kind of silly to do. Um, Vegetables. What we got? There was like a crate of vegetables already put together. There's a cage and there's vegetables, but not a cage with vegetables. Let's see if we put this cage back here. See what it looks like. And scale it up maybe a bit. Okay. Yeah. And let's go to local just so we can move it around. Hopefully not mess everything up, but probably we will. So we got that little cage. I like that. That's going well there. And then just for something else, now we'll go grab something I made and we'll go to the Farm Equipment Museum and see if we can just find like just some kind of like engine thing. I don't know what I'm going to use, but um, there's a barrel. Just throw a barrel back there. Be funny. Um, so just greebles, tractor, grinder. We use the grinder. The grinder back here. It's kind of its own object. Scale it up. Bring it over. Yeah, so he's just carrying equipment in the back of his car. Yeah, yeah, that works. That's cool. I'm digging that. Some guy in his car. Totally the vibe. We're at 24 minutes. We're running out of time, folks, but we can do some fun, simple, fun things here in the meantime. If we're just going to make it about this and we want to show the world we're on, let's create a new plane and add the ocean modifier to it. My world's favorite modifier for this world. And world favorite for this world. I can speak properly. We don't need to make it huge because I don't think we're going to show high on it. But let's take it to like here because I think we're mostly going to be showing from the driver's side. Yeah. Now let's just bring it down a little bit so he's flying a little bit above the water. And we'll make it resolution of like 15. I don't think much more than 15 we don't honestly need most of the time. And shaders, me, this ocean shader that I made by, in all fairness, taking other shaders and modifying them, but that's fine. That's how you should do it. Save it. And I don't want this to be a deep section of water, so let's add a plane, scale it by 50, even more maybe. Yeah, we'll make it as big as the water, then I never, or bigger than the water, then I never have to worry about it. Control A, rotation, scale, and GZ, and bring it down under the water so it's like about that deep. And we're going to say our water depth is only going to be about 4 meters, which will flatten it down some. Now, if we take this and give it my sandy shore, let's see what material it looks like it is underwater. Because I took it down, it's thinking. I think, yep, and it's all green. Yeah, but we can fix it real quick. Shading. Oh, I know why it is. Come over here. Where's my depth? This is such overkill, but 0. Is it this one? Is that the one that's just that's between the two? Should be. There we go. Now it's sand. I have sand at the bottom, so it's sand. Great. You're never going to see it that far down anyway, but cool. And where'd my vehicle go? Did I turn? Oh, did I turn it off? Come back. There he is. Okay. So there's our guy. Let's say it like that. We can close this now, I think. And photographer, the most important part that everyone ignores. Set a good camera angle. We're going to go with Lexus 65, anamorphic lens, resolution to widescreen film. And let's take it from 50 to like 35. There. And we'll kind of go a little bit, this way's a little off center just for interest. He's flying home. Cool. We'll focus on our dude. And we'll go down and grab an HDRI. I'm using HDRI Maker, but whatever. It's just an HDRI. Which one we want to use? Excuse me. Want a sea view. I feel like honestly, maybe just using Sky is on Fire, even though it's just ridiculous, just because it's so like over the top and dramatic. It just kind of makes it funny to me when it's like, here's a guy coming home from work with groceries in the back of his car. But behold the beautiful sun. Exposure -2. See what I mean? It's like, oh, look, it's so epic. We turned down the HDR just so we can get some details back here, because this one is kind of overblown if you did it straight at 0. And then we can come back up here. And if I can find my camera, I'm blind photographer. There we go. And we're going to change the exposure to like 8.5. And we'll bring it up, maybe even 8. So now it's brighter again. You kind of see more of what we had. And that is driving me nuts. Let's see if we can't tab. Is there a way to fix it? Because that like little pokey out bit here is just annoying the shit out of me. One. Come on. Is it sets? Oh, that side only. 0, O, and G. Should get in. That's better. It's not great, but that's better. Okay. I just did not like how it was like giving that's like a whoop out. I don't like my car should not have a nipple. And again, it's probably just me and no one else but me would care, but it was just like of all the things that was annoying me the most. It's still there a little bit, but it's better. I can live with it. And it's supposed to look dorky. Like it's not supposed to be a good car. He does not have a good car. He has a very simple car. And all right, I think we're good. Light threshold. Let's just see. This is what it says it's going to look like with the compositor turned on. It will not be quite that glary, but that's the vibe, and I'm digging it. All right, guys. Or folks, Milan, Micah, the M day today. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I was unhelpful about which tools and such I was using Milan, but trust me, I'm happy to answer questions. I just often either don't know the answer or I just work in a very stream of consciousness way, so I don't want to like do every individual little bit. Oh, I'm sure he's got a tarp in the back, right? Come on, it's a sports car cover, you know. Um, anyway, I'm going to take off for now, folks. I'll be back again tomorrow for one more this week. I hope this is interesting. I really like how it turned out. I had no idea what I was going to do when we started today. I was like, what's it going to be? I was almost thinking of doing like an outrigger canoe from like Hawaii, but it doesn't really fit with the culture of these guys. I was like, I don't want to do that. But no, this turned out cool. I think it's neat. I'll post it up on the socials in just a little bit and be back again tomorrow. So, okay, I'm glad it's all right, Mike and Milan. Sorry. Anyway, take care, folks. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.